Real people, real confessions, the stories you weren't supposed to hear. Welcome to Beyond Reddit Stories. She had nothing. No money, no family, no home. I gave her everything, my time, my heart, my future. And when she finally stood on her feet, she walked away without a single word, straight into the arms of someone else. Tell me, was I her savior, or just a stepping stone? I met her on one of those nights when the city felt lonelier than usual. I had just left my shift at the mechanic shop, hands still stained with oil, mind buzzing from the monotony of another long day. I stopped by the corner store for a drink, and there she was, curled up by the vending machine. Hoodie too thin for the cold, eyes red from crying but still somehow defiant. She didn't ask me for help. That's what caught my attention first. Most people in her position might beg, or at least give a look that said they wanted to, but not her. She looked me dead in the eyes, like she was daring me to look away. Her name was Ellie, 24, no job, no family, said she'd just left a bad situation and had nowhere else to go. She didn't spill details, and I didn't press. I just knew I couldn't leave her there. It started simple. I offered her my couch. Said it'd only be for a few nights, just until she got her bearings. But nights turned into weeks, weeks into months, and during that time, I got used to seeing her around. Her presence made the place feel warmer, less empty. At first, I convinced myself I was just being kind, doing the right thing, but deep down, I think I already knew I was falling for her. Hard. I helped her get a job at the diner across town, lent her money to buy clothes, fixed up an old laptop from the shop so she could apply for better work. She'd smile and tell me she didn't know how to thank me. I'd tell her she didn't have to. My friends thought I was insane. You barely know this girl, they said. You're letting her live rent-free while you kill yourself working overtime. But they didn't see the Ellie I saw. The way she laughed at my stupid jokes. The way she left post-it notes on the fridge that said things like, "You're doing amazing," or "Get some sleep." Hero. I thought maybe this was it. Maybe the universe had finally thrown me a bone. I didn't realize the bone was broken until it was too late. Things moved fast, too fast. In hindsight, within 6 months, Ellie had gone from sleeping on my couch to practically running my apartment. She decorated the place with thrift store finds, rearranged my furniture without asking, and even started cooking dinner most nights. I won't lie, it felt good. It felt like home. I'd never had that before. A place that didn't feel temporary, a person who made me feel like I mattered. She'd sit on the kitchen counter while I got ready for work, legs swinging, sipping coffee from my favorite mug like it belonged to her. She'd call out, "Don't forget your lunch, babe," like we were married. And maybe, in my heart, I already was. She never officially said we were together, but she acted like we were. She'd hold my hand when we walked through the grocery store, fall asleep on my chest during movie nights, text me mid-shift to ask when I'd be home. I didn't want to ruin it by labeling it. I figured actions meant more than words. But slowly, little things started feeling off. She stopped working at the diner, said the boss was a creep. I believed her, why wouldn't I? I offered to cover her bills until she found something else. Then she started going out late, said she was applying for jobs or meeting up with friends from the shelter, but every time I asked who, she'd brush me off. I noticed new clothes in the closet, ones I hadn't bought. Expensive perfume on her neck when she got home at 2 a.m. One night, I came home early. I'd gotten off work 2 hours ahead of schedule, eager to surprise her with takeout and a new movie I knew she'd love. I walked in and heard her giggling from the bedroom. For a split second, I thought maybe she was on a call, but then I heard his voice. Deep, confident, not mine. I didn't burst in, I didn't scream. I just left the food on the counter and walked out. I didn't sleep that night, or the night after. I waited until morning, until he was gone. Then I asked her calm, quiet if there was anything she wanted to tell me. She rolled her eyes, said, "Don't be dramatic." Like my entire world wasn't shattering beneath her casual tone. "I never promised you anything," she said. "You were just helping me out." I asked her how long it had been going on. She didn't answer, just grabbed her phone, her purse, and left. No apology, no explanation. Just gone. For days, I couldn't move. I'd sit on the edge of the bed where we used to lay together, staring at the dent in the pillow her head used to make. I kept thinking, was any of it real? Did she ever care at all, or was I just a warm bed, a stocked fridge, and a stepping stone? Then something snapped inside me, not in anger, not in bitterness, but in clarity. I started digging, not in a creepy way, but I needed closure, answers. I looked back at old messages, receipts, even social media. The pieces came together like a puzzle I'd been too blind or too in love to see. Ellie hadn't been job hunting. She hadn't been reconnecting with old friends. She'd been living a second life, one that I had no part in. There were tagged photos of her at bars with guys I didn't recognize. Comments from people who clearly knew her better than I did. One even said, "Always got someone wrapped around your finger, huh?" with a winky face. I felt sick, not because she cheated, not even because she lied, but because I gave her everything when she had nothing. And the moment she had enough to stand on her own 2 feet, she didn't even look back. I wasn't just a chapter in her story. I was the whole damn prologue, and she closed the book like I was never there. A week later, I got a message from her, not to apologize, not to explain. She asked if I could send her the rest of her things. No please, no thank you, just a list. I didn't reply. I boxed her stuff up and dropped it off at her sister's. That was the last time I touched anything that reminded me of her. But even now, months later, I sometimes catch myself checking the door, half expecting it to swing open and see her standing there with that tired smile and messy bun. And I wonder, was she ever really here? Or was I just a temporary home in a storm? She never planned to weather. Sometimes I catch myself doing the things I used to do for her, making 2 cups of coffee in the morning, folding a blanket over the empty side of the couch, or checking my phone at midnight expecting a home soon text that will never come. I don't hate her. That's the worst part. I should. Everyone tells me I should. But hate requires emotional energy, and I gave her all of mine. What's left now is a kind of silence. The kind that settles into your bones, the kind you carry. There are moments I replay everything, over and over, like if I just found the one detail I missed, the one warning sign, I could rewrite the ending. But maybe that's the real lesson. Maybe sometimes people don't come into your life to stay. Maybe they come to show you what you're willing to give, and what you should never give away so easily again. Still, I can't help but ask myself, if I hadn't helped her when she was at her lowest, would she have helped me when I was at mine? I think I already know the answer. But the bigger question, the one that keeps me up at night, is this. If I had to do it all over again, would I still choose to love her? If this story hit something deep inside you or reminded you of someone you once gave your all to, you're not alone. I share these stories because sometimes the hardest lessons are the ones we live through, not the ones we hear about. And maybe, just maybe, hearing them out loud makes them easier to carry. If you found something in this story that resonated, consider subscribing, like the video, share it with someone who might need to hear it, or drop a comment below. Tell me, have you ever loved someone who only saw you as a way out? Your story matters, and someone out there might need it more than you think.